My name is Charlie McGrath. I'm the founder of WideAwakeNews.com and a host on the Rinse Radio Network. Extraordinary events. Ben Bernanke came out yesterday talking about quantitative easing 3. He's concerned with the employment situation in this country. He's concerned with the sputtering recovery that we are in. When, as a nation, as a people, as thinking individuals, will we understand there is no recovery? There is no pot of gold at the end of the Federal Reserve rainbow. We have millions upon millions of people who have been fraudulently foreclosed on. We've had millions of people who've lost their jobs. We've had millions of people that have had to file bankruptcy. And this trend isn't an accident, and it isn't going away. Ben Bernanke is not going to save us, even though the mainstream business media and the mainstream media bow down to him as some kind of golden calf that can utter a phrase out of Jackson Hole and the world is going to be better. We have been sold down the river on every single front, and we have a culpable mainstream media that is on board. It is on board with this deception, with this practice of stealing our future and handing it to a few individuals. The Republican convention winds up in Tampa with some kind of freak show event. Clint Eastwood speaking to an empty chair for 15 minutes. This is all over the mainstream media. This extraordinary event is all over the mainstream media. A bump for Mitt Romney and Paul Ryan. We'll get the red team all stoked up so we can start the charade, this fanciful theater that will be witness to over the next 60 days, so we can get the exact same person in office that we have now. And I don't care if it's Obama or Romney. It's the exact same special corporate interest serving individual that will be in office. Extraordinary event. Extraordinary event. Why do I keep saying that? Well, there's new law in Charlotte that explains that you lose your rights in this country if it's during an extraordinary event. In fact, if you go down to the Democratic National Convention in Charlotte, which happens to be the headquarters of Bank of America and an operation hub for Wells Fargo, you will be subject to the extraordinary event law. You better not be carrying within a mile of any of the convention activities: a water bottle, hairspray, magic marker, handbag, backpack, soda can, drink cooler, and if you're a government employee, you can carry the following, but if you're not, you better not have a scarf in your hand, a bike helmet, a baby stroller, or any pets with you. And in case anything there is missed, well, there's another exemption in the law that allows for the police to stop you and search you and determine if you're carrying anything that is of sufficient weight or size to be used as a projectile. This marker right here falls into a couple different categories. First of all, it's akin to a magic marker. And second of all, it can be used as a projectile. I can't carry that if I'm going to the convention in Charlotte. And to enforce this new extraordinary events law, well, they got 1,750 stormtroopers down there, but that wasn't quite enough. So they brought in 3,400 other stormtroopers, on loan officers from around the country. That's over 5,000 men. Now put this in military terms, because truly, this is what our police force has come. That is over 10 battalions of military soldiers that will be enforcing extraordinary events laws from people carrying magic markers or handbags or soda cans. You see, it isn't about making a statement that there will be no violence in Charlotte, because in this extraordinary event laws, they didn't take away your right to open carry a gun. It's all about making everything illegal. Make it illegal so that if you need to be stopped and detained and black bagged and got rid of, there is laws on the books that makes that possible. You are nothing more than cattle in this country at this point. You will not see any of the mainstream media covering this. You will not see any of the protesters in the street being beat down or arrested or detained. You will not see any experts up there telling you that the Constitution has been completely and totally destroyed. What you will see is a charade. You will see a charade, a Democratic National Committee talking about how we rescued the economy, how we're going to go after Wall Street, how we're going to stay on the path of bringing jobs back to the country, and nothing could be further from the truth. And if you have the stomach, if you have the backbone or the spine to stand up and say something, you will face up to 10 battalions of militarized police that will break you down and make you pay for opening your mouth. But don't worry about it, because as the article that will state that I'll attach to this video, these special police force, they've received 2.5 hours of training on convention duty and 20 minutes of training on the extraordinary event laws. Welcome to the United States of America, where you can be slammed, bagged, and tagged and put off to jail if you dare to stand up and say, I have a water bottle in my hand. Story was attached. That's all I got.